Hello. My name is CT Dice. So watch a log on the CT Dice Sports channel. Currently, the game is being kind of broadcast on multiple platforms. YouTube mainly on Landscape, also on X, Instagram, and on Facebook. Currently, it's Team Kenny 20, Team Chalk 19. It's a new format. We're going to get something like two semifinal games in the All Star game in the NBA. And then the winners of both semifinal games in a race to 40 points gets to the final and competes for the All Star game winner for 2025. Interesting format. Got three teams Team Kenny. Team Kenny, it's a US big team. Team Chalk, Team Wald. You got the Rising Stars winner. And for Team, I think that's Team Candace, and then Team Shaq um, is the veterans in the NBA. LeBron James is not playing. That sucks. But he's over 40 years, so he might as well rest those knees for the NBA season. Currently, first game, Team Kenny, the US team leads 23. Team Chalk, Team Wald with stars. Kate Cunningham playing for the um, US team, Tyler Hero, Jalen Williams, and for Team Ward, you got Shea, Gilgis Alexander, Victor Wembanyama, Nikola Jokic, Pascal Siakam, and a whole host of other international players that play in the NBA. It's currently 23-23. Kind of interesting game. You got threes, a shootout out here. It's gonna get interesting once this game gets closer to the 40 points. It's 25-23 right now. You gotta step up of defense. So the next timeout and the next break will be when the scores or one of the teams hits 30 points, and then we're gonna go for the stretch run, and we're gonna get some intense basketball for the final 10 points for this first round. See how that shakes out. Okay, so we do have a timeout here. It's Team Chuck 30, Team Kenny 27, and the way this NBA All Star game, just a quick breakdown of the format here. We're gonna have 3 rounds, kind of like a semifinal kind of round setup before the main kind of the finals to determine the winner. We got Team Kenny, we got Team Chuck, we got Team Shaq, and Team Candice. Team Kenny would be a US kind of US born players, um, and that includes Jaren Jackson and other Kate Cunningham and other players from the US that are all stars. For the Team Chalk, we got international born players Victor Wembanyama, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Pascal Siakam, just to name a few, Karl Anthony Towns, to name a few. Currently, Team Chalk, the international team, leads 30-27. The next game will be veterans, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. LeBron James is not playing in this All-Star game. So that'll be interesting to see how the veteran players actually match up against the rising stars winners from I think Friday, and then whoever wins between both games actually play off in the final. And it's a first to 40 points. Currently, we're at 30 points right now, 30-27 in favor of Team Chalk. We'll be getting right back into it once they come out of the timeout. What do I think so far? A little bit competitive. It's close, 30-27. We're going to try to get to 40 points. This is where the intensity would actually go up for the All-Star games, because at this point, if you actually want to win, you got to turn up the defense, you got to turn up the skill level. A lot of three-point shooting so far. But going great. We'll see. I think it's interesting to see the whole semifinal thing, and then get to a final shootout and see how the intensity of the final to kind of get an All-Star game winner between Team Kenny, Team Chalk, Team Shaq, and Team Candice. Just waiting for it to come off here from the time out, and gonna get locked in for the first real intense battle here between Team Chalk and Team Kenny. And that's going to be coming in soon. Just to give a quick breakdown here for the teams on the court right now before they went on the timeout. You have Team Kenny, you got Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jalen Williams for OKC Thunder, Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat, Darius Garland for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kate Cunningham for the Detroit Pistons. Our Team Chalk representing the international teams or international born players in the NBA. You got Pascal Siakam, Cameroon, I think. Pascal Siakam. You got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander representing OKC and Canada. Peron Sengun, Victor Wembanyama, France and the San Antonio Spurs. Trae Young as well is on Team Chalk. Getting ready here to get back into it to see the final rundown. So they're out of the timeout, so we're gonna get right into the action till to see the first team to get to 40 points between Team Chalk and Team Kenny. You know I'm Team World, right? You got Victor, you got Shea Gilgeous Alexander, you got Nikola Jokic, Pascal Siakam. Team World all day, and Team World wins. Ooh, Shea! Ooh! Shea Gilgeous Alexander, the Canadian international, putting it on. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, the Canadian international, putting it on. Yeah, the global stars for Team Chalk. That's my team tonight. You got Carl Anthony Towns, you got Alperi Sengun. It's a loaded team. Well, they've beaten up the young stars. You got Jalen Brunson, Darius Garland, Jaren Jackson for Team Kenny, and down they go. So down goes Team Kenny, down goes Team Kenny's young stars of the NBA, including players like Darius Garland, Jaren Jackson, Jalen Brunson, and down goes that team. And the global team for Team Chalk takes game one. So it's a timeout here, getting set for number two. And as it stands, the next one will be Team Candice versus Team Shaq. That should actually be on in a minute here. Waiting for that to actually start. Just a quick recap if you're joining it. It's on timed NBA All-Star game. First to 14 wins. They're going to be 3 rounds, 2 semifinals, and then the winners of each semifinals get to play each other in the finals to determine the winner of the All-Star game for 2025. New format, interesting so far. Team Chalk, which comprises mainly of international born players, took the first semifinal, the first game, 41-32. We got Shea Gilgeous Alexander balling out, Nikola Jokic, you got Pascal Siakam, Carl Anthony Towns, Alperen Sengun of the Houston Rockets. Just to mention a few players on Team World. Next one would be the Team Shaq and Team Candice. So it's a timeout here, waiting for the next NBA All-Star game. Is the NBA All-Star game 2025. Looking forward to see if this is going to be more competitive. I would say the first race to 40 game kind of kept that exciting. First 10, first 20. Actually, timeouts when it got to 30, and then the final finish here with Team Chalk, which is basically the international players taking that first round of the semifinals. Kind of, I would say, exciting or close to the end. Usually it is a little bit more competitive, close to the end for that. Waiting for Team Candice versus Team Shaq to start here. Not too long, I think in about 10 minutes. So we're going to be watching out to see how the second semifinal goes. But the winner of that semifinal will play Team Chalk. If you're joining, my name is CT Dice. Just a quick info on the All-Star game. If you're watching the All-Star game and you're confused, you probably should be. It's a new format for the All-Star games, the traditional ways of playing the NBA All-Stars, not happening this year, where you kind of get Team East versus Team West, and you play regular NBA 12 minutes, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Not happening for this NBA All-Star game. Split up into 3 rounds, 2 semifinals, and the winners of each semifinal plays the final. for all the players voted in by both the coaches, players, and the fans, um, and injury replacements as well. For example, Trey Young, grouped into three teams. Team Kenny, comprising of young stars, mainly American-born young stars. Team Chalk, comprising mainly of international players. Yanis Antetokounmpo, Nigerian, Greek. You got Alperen Sengun, you got Victor Wembanyama, the French international, and for San Antonio Spurs. You also got Nikola Jokic, Shea Gilgis Alexander, Jokic Serbia, and the Denver Nuggets, Shea Gilgis Alexander, the Canadian and OKC superstar. I guess Mr. Beast is going to do the introductions for the veteran All Stars. So we're going to get a veteran All Stars versus the Rising Stars, Team Candace and Team Shaq. So Damian Lillard will be on veterans. You also got players like Kevin Durant as well. LeBron James is supposed to be on that team, but he's out. Steph Curry, you know, your your regular. You got Mr. Beast doing something out here, viral Mr. Beast YouTube superstar. So let's see what Mr. Beast is doing in this intermission. I'm gonna try to. Okay, so we're gonna see something is happening here in the intermission. You got Mr. Beast out with $100,000. Damian Lillard out to help him, and somebody's gonna be winning some money. So let's see. Okay, okay. If the fan can make a logo, if Damian, if Damian Lillard can make three logo 3 pointers before the fan, the charity gets 100,000. If the fan makes one before Damian Lillard, then the fan gets 100,000. Damian Lillard misses the first one. This is gonna be fun. First try, let's do it. Not really from the half court line, from the logo. So outside of the 3 point line, just a little bit further from the 3 point line. Oh, the fan misses. So fan's name is Jaren. Oh, Damian Lillard makes the second logo. Come on, Damian. We know you can make three of this easily from the logo. Okay. So Damian Lillard makes the second one. So one for Damian Lillard. He needs to make three to get the 100,000 for charity, and Jaren has to make just one to get $100,000. We all know, Jaren, try to get you $100,000. Okay, no good. Let's see Damian Lillard go. Okay, Damian Lillard misses another one. So we got a Mr. Beast challenge in the NBA All Star game. This, it's crazy. You don't want to put it that way, but this might even be more fun than the All Star game itself. Elbows straight. Hold your follow through, young man. Get yourself 100,000. Make a logo three. The fan misses another three. Damian Lillard goes. Ooh, Damian Lillard misses. Okay, you got a chance. Come on. So Damian Lillard, three, logo three. Ooh! Oh! Okay, Dame. Dame makes a second one. So I guess the 100K for charity might just be what actually goes through. Okay, Jaren, you have a chance. Jaren, you go. Come on. So Damien has missed about the last three after making the second one. So we gotta go. Come on, Jaren, get yourself 100,000. Come on, Jaren, get yourself 100,000. So, Mr. Beats, Mr. Beast, the YouTube kind of superstar, hands out $100,000 to a young fan. Would I say young? To a fan who made a 3 point before, 1 3 point before Damian Lillard could make three points. I think that was a fun challenge. That was fun. Somebody just got $100,000 for making a logo, not a half court shot, but um, a logo shot. So that was fun. So I guess after that, we're gonna get back into the game. Team Shaq versus Team Candice, the veteran NBA All Stars versus the Rising Stars winners from Friday. So getting ready for that. Gonna take a quick look here. The first one between Team Kenny and Team Chalk. Team Chalk, made up of international superstars, getting the 41-32 victory. And we're just gonna quickly take a look here at the stats from that first game. Okay. So for the stats from the first game, I guess the highest scorer would be Darius Garland for Team Kenny, Shea with the 12 points, and Shea had the last 5 points as well to secure the victory. Shea Gilgis Alexander had the last 12 points as well to secure the victory for Team Chalk. As well, Darius Garland 6 points, rebounds, doesn't really matter, 4 rebounds, Victor. Let's take a look. Is there a box score here? So full box score. So Evan Mobley 6 points, Tyler Hero 6 points, Shea Gilgis Alexander being the obvious star with 12 points, 4. Giannis didn't play the first one yet. Maybe he gets to come in the game later. For the young stars, Anthony Edwards did not play as well. They're eliminated, so Anthony Edwards is not going to be playing much. You got Tyler Hero 6 points. They're out. You got Jaren Jackson Jr., the young Memphis incredible superstar, not superstar, maybe star. Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, Cleveland Cavaliers, Jalen Williams, OKC Thunder, Jalen Brunson, OKC New York Knicks, Tyler Hero, Miami Heat. They're eliminated. Just wanted to give a shout out to those All Stars: Darius Garland, Cleveland Cavaliers, Kate Cunningham, Detroit Pistons. Anthony Edwards did not play at all, but for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to see Team Chalk in the final. Pascal Siakam, Nikola Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, Shea, Gilgis Alexander, Alperen Sengun, Victor Wembanyama, Trey Young, and Giannis. Giannis is in place. See if he's going to play in the next round. Probably not. Kind of like a veteran. So waiting for the second set of players to come on here between Team Shaq and Team Candice, and that includes the veteran All-Star Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard. On the veteran team, I think that's Team Shaq and Team Candice will be the Rising Stars champions. We'll get to meet those players and kind of take a look at it once they get ready to go. So that would be the breakdown of the first semifinal in the All Star game. Waiting for the second semifinal to kick off here pretty soon for the NBA All Stars. So it does seem that Draymond Green is not a big fan of this new setup. So the veteran players, which make up the U.S. Olympic team, a lot of those players, obviously, the superstars, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, gets to play the rising stars. Of course, I do get the sentiment. You get all these veteran players in the All Star game, get to play young players. But there's nothing wrong with giving the young players an opportunity to shine on a big stage. If you're the veterans and you're the United States Olympic, kind of most of them are United States Olympic team players, and you consider yourself the best in the world, play against the young guns. You know those young players are going to come to play with the skill, the experience surpass the absolute energy that the rising young stars are going to have for for this game. So that's also something that is actually interesting to see. Okay, so just a quick rundown before the Team Candace and the Team Shaq um, semifinal game kind of proceeds. Just a quick rundown for the All Stars on both teams. So the second semifinal game, the first semifinal game is over. Team Chalk, made up of international born players outside of the United States. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Karl Anthony Towns, um, Pascal Siakam, Shea Gilgeous Alexander. Um, for the Team Chalk, one Team Kenny 41-32 in the first semifinal game. Team Kenny was made up of young stars from the United States. Anthony Edwards, you got Jared Jackson Jr., you got Tyler Hero, Kate Cunningham, and the international team obviously won. You would expect that, the better team on the international team. Now you got the Olympic US team, the veteran players that are pretty good, going up for Team Shaq against Team Candace, which are the Rising Stars players. So Team Shaq has the veterans. LeBron James is now going to be playing in that matchup. We got the starting lineups out as well. You got Dame Lillard, Steph, Harden, and we're about to actually begin that. I'm going to run down Team Shaq here quickly while we get into that game. Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is not playing. LeBron James is not playing. Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Jalen Brown, and James Harden as the team contenders. Stephen Castle, Evan Thompson, also Keontae Judge, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, Dalton Connect, Trey Jackson Davis, Golden State, and Ryan Dunn. So we're going to get back into the game here. They're actually just doing introductions right now for both teams. So that would give me a minute or two here to just go through I want to kind of go through Team Candace here a little bit before they get back. Before the second semifinal actually starts. Team Candace, you got Keontae George, the Utah Jazz young player playing pretty well this year. You got So I gotta confirm that. I saw Thompson, but you got twin brothers in the NBA. One plays for the Detroit Pistons, one for the Houston Texans. Ozzer Thompson plays for the Detroit Pistons. Amen Thompson plays for Houston Rockets. And the player in this game is actually Amen Thompson of the Houston Rockets. Stephon Castle for the San Antonio Spurs, Jalen Wells for the Memphis Grizzlies, Zach Edey for the Memphis Grizzlies, Dalton Connect back to the LA Lakers after being traded in a trade that didn't work out with Mark Williams to Charlotte. I had to come back to LA. Trace Jackson Davis for the Golden State Warriors and Ryan Dunn for the Utah Jazz. In the NBA and for Team Shaq, Kevin Durant, Jalen. Still, introductions, game hasn't started yet. For Team Shaq, you got Kevin Durant, superstar for the Phoenix Suns, Jalen Tatum, defending champion Boston Celtic. You say lead player, but you also got Jalen Brown in the team as well. Damian Lillard for the Milwaukee Bucks. Anthony Davis is out. LeBron James is out. If you follow the NBA at all, you should know both players. They're former champions with the LA Lakers. Kyrie Irving, former champion with the Cleveland Cavaliers, currently with the Dallas Mavericks. You got Steph Curry, four-time champion with the Golden State Warriors, and James Harden of the LA Clippers makes out the All-Star team for Team Shaq. Let's see what's going on. Still making announcements to get into the game, so preparing for that. So Team Candace versus Team Shaq, they're the rising stars. They're going to play with more energy. They're the younger players. You expect skill of Team Shaq, the veteran players, mainly comprising of U.S. players and veterans that play for the U.S. in the Olympics. So that should start game soon, and we'll get right into it. to start here, and we're gonna get right into that. Okay, so we got our first timeout. We're the first team to hit 15 points, and it's Team Shaq. It's the, So it's Team Shark, and it's the team with the experienced players, the superstars. You got Damian Lillard hitting a logo 3 points from 27 foot out. Kevin Durant with the assist. Also, you're getting the play here from Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, and James Harden as well, leading 15-10 against the young players. Starting for the young for Team Candace, which is the Rising Stars winners from Friday: Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, Michael George, Stephen Castle, and Team Connect. I know there's a whole conversation about why these guys should be playing the All-Star game on Sunday at the biggest stage. They get a chance to introduce themselves to the world. A good point I think Charles Barkley made is that the veteran players, the real superstars in the NBA, they messed up the All-Star game. So they get to play these young players trying to actually bring excitement to the All-Star game. So they messed up the All-Star game. So they messed up the All-Star game by not playing hard and taking the All-Star game for granted. So if they're going to bring young players to actually put some storyline behind the All-Star game, kind of challenge the superstars and the veterans, I don't mind it at all. I actually think it's actually something cool. Just go there and beat the young players. Allow the young players to shine. If they can beat you, it happens. It actually shows you guys don't take the game seriously, or as seriously as you should. The players should take the All-Star game as a showcase for the NBA and the players, the big superstars, coming to show off their talent at one sport, and at the same time, same team, opposing teams. However, that is actually set up. First time out, Team Shaq 15, Team Candace, Rising All-Stars 10. So let's see if the All-Stars or the veteran All-Stars actually take this and actually win comfortably against these young NBA players. Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, Keon Judge, Stephen Castle, Dalton Connect, and among some of the others that won in the Rising Stars Challenge. Okay, so we do have another timeout. On the floor is 28 for the Sharks OGs, and it's 28, 26, 26 for Candace's Rising Stars. I think that's what they're calling it. A lot of debate on the broadcast. Um, a lot of debate on the broadcast about if the Rising Stars should be at the All Star game, and I think Charles Barkley made a good point about pointing out the fact that the veteran and the superstars ruined the All Star games, so they might as well play the Rising Stars, trying to actually compete and be on a big stage and make it exciting. It's 28 for Team Shaq and 26 while they take a second timeout. I would guess that's about the 30 points timeout before you get to the stretch run, which will be interesting. And I do concurrently, I'm working on a few things here, so there's a lot going on. That's why I kind of prefer to watch the game, a little bit of listening to what's actually happening in the game as well, just to get an idea and kind of speak when it's a timeout and stuff like that. Because if you're watching this, I'm hoping that you're actually visually at least or somehow even though you're distracted or whatever, you're visually watching the all-star game to see what's going on since I can't show the full game. And I do appreciate a comment here on YouTube with the music being too loud, just using that to kind of when I'm not talking, just to have some audio going on the broadcast. So this live stream is being broadcast on multiple formats. So I'm trying to figure that out. There's a lot going on. Um, it's not exactly what it should be, but it's actually kind of interesting. It's currently being um, live streamed on YouTube mainly, but it's also live on Instagram on the City Dice Sports Instagram page. So you get a whole portrait thing going on, and the landscape on Instagram. It's on X, formerly known as Twitter, on the City Dice Sports channel on X at the same time, exactly the same stream, and also on Facebook. Um, there are a lot of interesting things going on there, trying to figure out which platforms and how this live streams actually work. I think it's going pretty well. Trying to multitask multiple things, trying to bring some information as well, especially during the time out. During the game, I am trying to actually watch the game. Yes, I could be commenting, but I think I would miss something, either some information going on the game by not being, you know, by trying to focus a little bit more while other things are going on in the game. But thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate pointing that out on the YouTube chat. So this time, music off while I'm talking just to reduce that. Maybe a little bit. Let's see. Does that work? I don't know. If you're struggling to hear me, just please put that in the comment section or in the chat and I would take a look at that. Just walking through several things. Producing, commenting, live, and all that. A lot going on, but it seems to be going fine. It's 28-26 is the second timeout before the stretch run. They're coming back to the full game, so I'm going to be stepping out from commenting again till the end of the fourth quarter. My reactions is still going to be here if you're watching on YouTube. I still have in the little space, I would still be reacting, but not talking much while the game is ongoing. So I'm going to get back into it so I can actually just focus and try to hear what's going on. man, that's so interesting. Okay, so it's actually interesting right now what's going on. It was 37-31, and Team Shaq and the Team Shaq and the OGs trying to get a three. The Horizon Stars defending the tree closely, making sure they don't get it. And we have an interesting finish here because they forced um, the All Stars to kind of get a two-pointer. So it's 39 right now, 35. Some interesting defense being played. So Stefan Castle scoring 2 points for Team Candes. So two more points, free throws, whatever it is, and Team Shark wins and gets to 40 points first ahead of Team Candace. I guess they had to take the 2 points. Kevin Durant jamming that home for 39. So just waiting for the 40th points to be scored here. Kind of interesting, just waiting on that to actually be scored. You expect Team Shark to do it before Team Candace, but one more field goal here, either a 2 or 3 points, makes this really interesting. So I'm actually super plugged in to see what happens here. No, is that not a foul? This has been it's been a long time on 39, 35. Like the defense being played. That it looked like Kevin Durant was fouled to win the game, but nobody blew the whistle, so that's interesting. Let's see if the Rising Stars actually pull out an upset and we have a referee, a referee controversial call or whatever the case might be to end this. It's been interesting. It's been a little fast paced, a little bit of conversation here, and there we go. Gonna see. They've missed so many three pointers, the OGs. Now I know they won, but I gotta see. I'm a little bit lagging here for a few seconds, so I gotta see how the final shot for the OGs, which is a three pointer, who made it? Probably Damian Lillard. Let's see. Maybe a logo three. Jason Tatum has missed one. Steph Curry has missed one. Of course, Damian Lillard seals it for the OGs and for Team Shaq. So we're gonna get Team Shaq versus Team Chalk. I think that's the final we want to see. The OGs, the superstars, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum versus Nikola Jokic, Shea Gilgeous Alexander, Pascal Siakam. Now, that is a final to look forward to. I think that's kind of interesting. So the Rising Stars give a good fight, 35. Team Shaq, the OGs, 42. So we're gonna get a final between Team Shaq and Team Chalk. So we got a timeout, probably a few events here before we get to the finale of the All Star game, get an All Star MVP. It does seem Dame Lillard. Also, there was a stretch where Jalen Brown, I think, had 8 straight points. Let's see. Yeah, so he was also instrumental or crucial in Team Shaq winning. So you got Jalen Brown, you got Damian Lillard, and you got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, depending on who wins that final um, final round, competing for the All Star MVP here. So gonna do a quick recap for anyone that has passed through or that is listening on multiple platforms. I appreciate it. This stream, my name is CT. This is CT Die Sports channel. Mainly on YouTube. Most of the content that I have on this channel is on YouTube. Um, most of the time, use the social media pages to promote it, of course. But for the live streams, I decided to try to live stream on multiple platforms. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of trying to set up a portrait so that if you're using a phone, you can still actually see the main information I'm trying to display on the screen as well for that. Just a quick recap here. If you're just joining, the All Star game is ongoing. We're on a timeout. The two semifinal games are done. And just to recap, Team Chalk beat Team Kenny 41-32, and Team Shaq beat Team Candace 42-35. Um, for Team Chalk against Team Kenny. Just to clarify that, if you're just looking at the names, Team Chalk is the international team, mainly comprising of international born players. Victor Wembanyama for France, Alperen Sengun, Nikola Jokic, Serbia, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nigeria, Greece. You also got um, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Canada, as well on that team. Trey Young is also on that team. Carl Anthony Towns is on that team as well. I think Carl Anthony Towns is Dominican Republic um, as well. And then Team Kenny was mainly the young, rising superstars of, I think, US born. Mainly got Anthony Edwards on that team, Jaren Jackson Jr. for Memphis Grizzlies, um, Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat, Kate Cunningham for the Detroit Pistons, Jalen Brunson as well of the New York Knicks is on that team. Um, and that team lost 32-41 to the international team. Pascal Siakam is on that international team as well. Now bringing it out to the other semifinals, Team Shaq won 42-35. Team Shaq comprises of the OGs, they call it the OGs, that's the superstars that were into the All Star games that actually allowed the rising stars to be here on the team Candace Packer. And the Rising Stars comprises of the winning team from Friday in the Rising Stars Challenge. You got Zach Edey and Jalen Wells for the Memphis Grizzlies. You got Stephon Castle, San Antonio Spurs. Which other players? Dalton Connect of the LA Lakers, amongst others, on that Rising Stars team. They did lose 35-42. So the main finals we're looking forward to, Team Shaq and the international global team that won 41 coming up. And we're in a timeout right now. There's a little bit of events going on. I also got to mention in the NBA All-Star game, we had Mr. Beast 100K challenge in between the first semifinal and the second semifinal. That was cool. A fan named Jaren got one 3-pointer before Damian Lillard could get 3 points from the logo, and he went home with $100,000. That's actually great. That was even more entertaining than some of the basketball on there early on in the quarters. So just taking a look here, a little events going on. Gary Payton. Let's see what. Let's see. Got a show on here. I'm interested in that as well. So DJ Cassidy, Sean, Gary Payton, former, his son is in the Golden State Warriors, but former All-Star as well for the Seattle Supersonics. If you came through in any of the platforms, I appreciate you. Don't forget to check out the YouTube page mainly. That's where most of the content on the City Dive Sports channel is on. Don't forget to join the lives. It's gonna be interesting. They got a little performance going on, but if you're listening here, I'm just gonna go. They got a performance going on before the finals, but we're gonna go through The channel is City Dive Sports, mainly on YouTube. The content on the channel varies. There's a lot of content on the channel. Just as a backstory, I'm Nigerian. I love the NBA, I love NFL, and I love soccer. So that's a lot of the content you're going to be seeing on this channel. I got something called Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, where we pick games, high odds, high rewards, going great. You want to check it out on the channel on YouTube. This stream is currently coming through on Facebook, on X, formerly known as Twitter, on the Instagram channel for City Dive Sports as well. It's on live there as well. So if you're using a phone, hopefully you can actually hear me properly and you can actually um, view it properly on a portrait form as well, since it's mainly set up for YouTube on a TV and a landscape form content as well. So that's what got on the channel. There's that. I got a few things on the channel. If you're a fantasy Premier League fan, there's a fantasy Premier League show with updates occasionally. If you're on that, you know about the mystery chip. You want to check that out. Interesting video with Malcolm on there to break that down. I've got a sports talk show. We talked about the Super Bowl, me and Albert on the channel. Me and Daniel also talk soccer on the channel as well. That content is also on the City Dice Sports channel. Don't forget to check it out on YouTube. If you're watching from any other social media sites, Facebook, X, or Instagram. And don't forget, subscribe, like, share the content. So the show is going on, waiting for the finals to come on. And I'm just, at this point, just me giving updates on the show. Now I want to see what's going on with the performance here. Okay, just to give an update, was just watching a little bit of the show. Not sure who the performers are. Kind of interesting, but I'm gonna get back to the All Star game. Give a quick rundown here. Waiting for the finals between Team Chalk, made up of the international bomb players or superstars in the NBA, and then Team Shaq, made up of the Olympic Team US veterans, or as they call it, Team or Shaq's OGs. And that will be the final matchup. And to get here in the semifinals, the international ball players beat the young rising US-born internationals 30, 41-32, and then the OGs for Shaq beat the rising stars for Team Candies 42-35 to get here. So we still got a performance going on. The scheduled time here for the final would be in about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's see when the performance ends and we get into the final round. So it's gonna be Team Shaq versus Team Chalk. I'm gonna read out a little bit of the lineups here for both teams, just so we know what to expect for the finals. So just to explain the format is the first team to 40 points wins. There's going to be a timeout when one team gets to about 15 points and the second timeout when one team gets to about 30 points to set up the stretch run and the final run. The music might actually be too loud there. Gotta work on that. But to set up the final run, it's 40, first to 40 points wins. So you're gonna get a late kind of resurgence and teams playing hard closer to after the second timeout around the 30 points by the first team to get the 30 points section of the All-Star game. So just waiting on that, see if there's gonna be some exciting action here. Just to point out, the star player for the international team has been the superb, the incredible Shea Alexander, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the OKC superstar and the Canada international as well. Also on the international team advancing, did not play in the first semi-final. I don't think he's going to play at all. Is Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek and Nigerian international as well. Nikola Jokic. Jokic is Serbian. I think Serbian, yeah. You got Aberrant Sengun, the Houston. Jokic, you would know Jokic, right? Multiple time MVP and Super Bowl and NBA championship winner MVP as well. Nikola Jokic is Serbian international for the international team. You got Aberrant Sengun, the Houston Rockets international. Oh, I said the Houston Rockets player. We got Pascal Siakam for the Indiana Pacers. We also got Karl Anthony Towns, Trae Young on the international team as well. And for Team Shaq, you got your OGs, the recurring superstars in the All-Star game. You got Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. You got Jason Tatum for the Boston Celtics. Kevin Durant for the Phoenix Suns. Two-time NBA Finals MVP Kevin Durant for when he played with the Golden State Warriors. You got Steph Curry, his former teammate. You also got James Harden, the LA Clippers point guard, shooting guy. You know, James Harden show wasn't too long ago in Houston for the OGs. Anthony Davis and LeBron James are not playing. They are supposed to be part of that team. Anthony Davis is injured. LeBron James not playing in the All-Star game. Waiting for the game to resume here for the stretch run as well. Okay, so just waiting for kickoff of the finals, you would say. A three-part kind of event to the All-Star game. And we got Team Chalk. And Team Chalk is made up of international superstars in the NBA, the likes of Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Victor Wembanyama, Carl Anthony Towns. And Team Shaq is made up of the OGs, comprising of the Olympic superstars for the United States, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, um, LeBron James and Anthony Davis is not playing, but they should be on that team. You also got James Harden um, on the team Shaq or the OGs, as they call it for the All Star game. Kind of doing some pre-game introductions here. You got Carl Anthony Towns, you got Damian Lillard, just getting set for the All Star format. What do I think? It's kind of interesting just thinking about the new format, semifinals kind of thing with a final round. Makes it a little bit more competitive because you gotta get through to win. You gotta get through another team and then beat another team. Kind of gonna win two different teams to be the champions of the set, but that kind of reduces the pool of players that actually say that they are winners because they had to create split the teams into three teams and then create or bring on the Rising Stars winner from Friday to make up a fourth team. If it was just the East versus West, for example, let's say there are 30 All Stars in the NBA, you would have 15 players saying, I won the NBA All Star game. But if you have 30 players and you have three teams, it's not only 10 players that can say, I won the NBA All Star game. Yes, it's a race to 40, so it shortens the game a little bit. Now I'm just thinking about it. The lines were about 75 totals for each of the quarters. First one, 32-41, that's an under. Second one, 35-42, that's an over. And Damian Lillard had to help get that over with the game winning three pointer to hit 40 points for Team Shaq, um, or Shaq's OGs as they call it on the broadcast. What do I think? So just on Instagram, so Sabi, yeah, did ask that. I think I'm rooting for Team Chalk for the international players. Um, did I get any time to think about it? About who I think will win between the OGs and the international players? No, I didn't get a lot of time to actually think about it. For this final round, I'm going to I'm going to switch it up, kind of. When the game is going on, I'm going to be commenting on the game, and I'm going to be watching the game and commenting on it for this final round of fixtures. I had actually done it in a way that I didn't speak during the game and just showed the box score, the in play. This time I'm going to speak while the game is going on. During the timeouts, I'm going to show the scores and the box score and kind of talk about it, but I'm just going to react to the game in real time. So, game starts, Steph Curry with a floater. Oh, right. Did I call that a floater? It's a three pointer. It was actually a three pointer. So there's going to be the timeouts around the 15, and at that point, I'm going to actually show the stats. I'm going to take a look at who's playing well, who's not playing well. In the starting teams right now, you got Shea Gilgis Alexander, you got Donovan Mitchell, Nikola Jokic for Team Chalk, Carl Anthony Towns, and Pascal Siakam. For the international team, from what I can see, got Jason Tatum, Steph Curry. Um, I see Kevin Durant on there, Damian Lillard as well. I'm missing one player for the international team, but it's 3-0 right. Oh, it was kind of a floater, one-legged three-pointer from Steph Curry. Now that is straight up Steph Curry shooting classic, or That's impressive from Steph Curry in either way that you actually look at that. So 3-0 in favor of Team Shaq right now. Ooh. Actually, it's now 5-0. Jason Tatum with a two-pointer to give Team Shaq, the OGs. This seems to be a more defensive game in general. Okay, so you got Donovan Mitchell with a three, misses the three, offensive foul, offensive rebound by Nikola Jokic. The international team is trying to put up points. It's 5-0. Shea out to Donovan Mitchell, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Steph Curry pushing the ball. It's Steph Curry, James Harden against 3-on-1 against Pascal Siakam and the Team Shaq or the OGs. Actually, do not score. I'm kind of thinking in real time here that who does it benefit? The team that has had to rest a little longer, which is the Team Chalk, the international team, versus the ones that just played the most recent semifinal. Um, it seems to me, I would say Team Shaq, the one that just finished playing, might be in more rhythm. It's not like the games took too long. These guys are professional athletes. They are totally fine. Uh, Offensive rebounds here. It's 8-0 in favor of Team Shaq, the international team right now. Are they cold? That's really what I'm thinking right now is, are they cold? What is going on with Donovan Mitchell? Like, there's just this absolute playing. That was just horrible, indecisive, bad play from Donovan Mitchell. There's nothing the international team is doing right now. They're basically just walking up and down the court. And you got Jason Tatum with 5 points and Steph Curry with a one-legged hand game. I'm telling you, you gotta see that shot, one-legged three-point shot that looked like a floater from inside the box, but was nowhere inside. Well, not nowhere, but was not inside the box. And we got Jason Tatum on fire right now. 11-0. Oh my goodness, the international team has lost it. Actually playing bullshit right now, Team Chalk. Jason Tatum has 8 points, two threes, and a two-pointer in this final round. It's 11-0 in favor of Team Shaq, and you got a foul on the OGs. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot free throws for Team Chalk or the international stars in the NBA. So I said I'm going to switch it up, and this time I'm going to be commenting throughout the game, trying to watch it and just talk while the game is going on. And then during the timeouts, can take a little break to review what exactly has been going on with the stats and the information on the screen. Missed shot from James Harden. You got Karl Anthony Towns passing the ball deep. My goodness, Donovan Mitchell. Like, are you kidding me? Are they going to make substitutions right now? Because I'm not sure what Donovan Mitchell is doing right now. If he doesn't want to play, take him out of the game and bring in Trey Young. This is where they actually need Trey Young. Okay, so we actually have a time. Chuck looks completely amazed. Like, this international team has been a complete mess in this final round. Charles Barkley is probably just confused. I am just as confused at what rubbish um, the international team right now, led by nobody. I don't know. Donovan Mitchell is kind of. Is Donovan Mitchell not a US born player? Team Chalk, don't give the ball to Donovan Mitchell. There's a sabotage going on. Bring Appearance and go bring Victor Wembanyama. Like, there's a sabotage for the international team going on right now, right from inside the team. Something is happening. Donovan Mitchell, Trey Young, gotta watch out for both players. Oh, I see. Interesting. There's sabotage going on from the international team. They've let in the Trojan horse and the international team is currently down 11-0. It's a timeout, by the way. I think they played such absolute bullshit that they couldn't wait for somebody to score 15 points. They're so tired and they suck, and they had to actually take a timeout. That makes a whole lot of sense. After 11 points, couldn't wait till the 15 points. Players are tired, playing absolute crap on the international team, and leaving Charles Barkley completely flummoxed, confused at that point. Just to, let's see, Jason Tatum has been the major player for the team Shaq and the OGs. Let's see how he's doing. He's been doing pretty well. So it's 11-1. Shea Gilgeous Alexander also missed a free throw. And I kind of was thinking about it a little bit, right? And I was like, the team just playing the Rising Stars, are they actually in rhythm? Are they actually feeling it? They just played. These players play way more intense and longer games. Being in rhythm might be more important than actually sitting out for so long for the international team. And every aspect of what they're doing is just straight up bad. As an update, it's Team Shaq 11, Team Team Shark 11, Team Chalk 1. Uh, while I'm waiting for that to come back, let me see if I can do a scores update thing. So, which means we're gonna replace something here. So, Team Shark 11. One for Team Chalk. Update that whenever possible. So Team Shark 11, Team Chalk 1. It's the first. Let's see. Going to be updating that intermittently as the game goes on. Let's see. So the first timeout is still ongoing. Players getting ready to come back. The international team currently sucks. The team for the OGs, the Olympic team for the US, actually outplaying them. That's the superstars, or the OGs as they call them in the NBA. So it's 11-1 at the moment. It's the NBA All-Star Game 2025. It's a new format. Gotta get 3 rounds, 2 semifinals, and the winners of both semifinals play the finals. And that's currently what's going on here. Team Shaq 11 and Team Chalk 1. And we got our first timeout, and Team Chalk absolutely look like very Team Chalk look very confused, which is for the international team. So Team Shark 11, Team Chalk 1. Waiting for that to get back. Is the NBA 2025 quick update, and the 2 semifinals played earlier. For that to get back, the NBA 2025 quick update. The 2 semifinals played earlier. We had Team Shaq beat Team Candace. Team Candace was Rising Stars winners, including players like Zach Edey and Jalen Wells for the Memphis Grizzlies. You got Downton Connect for the LA Lakers. You had on that team Stefan Castle as well. So the rising stars, some of the young players in the NBA kind of showing out, losing 35-42 in the first round to the OGs, the Olympic team of the US, comprising of NBA superstars Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, James Harden, just to name a few. LeBron James, Anthony Davis not playing. Giannis hasn't played at all today. Was on Team Chalk that defeated Team Kenny, comprising of young superstars Anthony Edwards, Jared Jackson, Jalen Brunson, Kate Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons, amongst others. So waiting for the next round to play. Something going on here. Kind of interesting. Chuck looks confused. Shaq looks smiling. It's going on. I kind of want to hear what. Um, kind of want to hear what Kevin had to say. I gotta hear it right to be able to relay it. This has something to do with the TNT crew right now. So they're getting the full TNT crew on the stage. Ernie Johnson, the host. You got Shaq, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. So I guess they are giving gifts to the TNT crew, giving signed jerseys. Is this planned? Is this a planned break? Come on, we're trying to get the finals of the All Star game done. I kind of get it that they want to honor these players, but is this the time? They had the intermission before the final showdown, not during the timeout. This is taking forever. Okay, so it seems it's kind of the handing over of the NBA rights from TNT to the new sponsors for the NBA. Was this couldn't this be done at some other time, at a better time than in the middle of the final showdown? After 11-1 lead by the world team. You see, this is the interesting thing. If the Team Shark now becomes cold after leading 11-1, this is long. The tribute to the TNT crew um, is long. I'm trying to get a gist of the purpose for this right in the middle. Seems like a surprise, kind of. Okay. Now, another timeout is being taken where some surprise tribute for the TNT crew is not happening. Um, going back to the game, how does this affect the players taking such a long break after starting the final round? I thought it could have had something to do with the international team being really sluggish after playing way earlier and defeating uh, Team Kenny. And the OGs, Team Shaq, seems to be in a rhythm, seem to have played not too long ago and kind of force filling and play much better. With this whole break right in between after the first time out to celebrate the TNT crew, how does that affect the actual All Star game itself? Congratulations to the TNT crew. Is that a congratulations or celebrate? Whatever. Um, that is with the NBA television deal in the US. Ernie, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny on the TNT broadcast, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays on national TV on TNT. For that kind of celebrating that, I think that's right for some significant amount of money, billions, billions, billions. I think NBC might have gotten there. We have to double check um, that. So the timeout, waiting for the game to resume. What's my thoughts so far on the All Star game? Ah, the Rising Stars, giving them a platform, that was cool. At this point, with how boring and how bad the games were, giving someone else a platform, not a problem at all. That's actually cool. That's actually fine. The superstars themselves coming out for this final round, the international team playing really bad. So I'm not sure what to say. Has this been really competitive? No, it has not been competitive. The international team beats Team Kenny, the young All Stars, Jalen Brunson, Jaren Jackson, the ones that have not done it for like 7, 8 or more years, something like that. Probably not making the Olympic teams as well in the US. Um, the international team beats them comfortably. Those are MVPs, All Stars, um, or future MVPs like Shea, Gilgis. You got Nikola Jokic. You had All Stars, multiple All Stars, Pascal Siakam. You got the young stars Victor Wembanyama, Belin Sengun. A few of the players being stars for the international team. Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell. Comfortable victory in the first semifinal. Second semifinal, very comfortable victory as well. You would say against the Rising Stars by Team Shaq and the OGs. For Team Shaq, Steph, KD, um, James Harden, and Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, the Boston Celtics, defending NBA champions or teammates as well. So we're getting back into it. As I said, I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to just be commenting throughout the main section. I'm going to put up, before we get into it, just going to put up the screen here. for a second. I guess it was a Kevin Hart and a surprise one for the TNT crew. So, after a long timeout and a celebration of the TNT crew, supposed to be a surprise, we are back. So, just putting it up on screen for a little bit, it seems Team Chalk has scored 2 points. I'm going to be back in the next timeout to put this up and look at the stats, but I'm going to be commenting here for a bit and following the game and see if I can speak at the same time and talk. Okay, so Carl Anthony Towns with the 2 points. It's 11-3 in favor of Team Shaq. So let's see how this long break and intermission affects both teams. I think it could have affected the international team a little bit, being down 11-1, having a longer rest after beating Team Kenny in their first semifinal. Kevin Durant with a drive, a block by Victor Wembanyama. And you got Donovan Mitchell picking the ball up. 3 points for Wembanyama. Sniped. So Victor Wembanyama with a 3 points. It's 11-6. Ooh, and Jason Tatum with that side arm 3-pointer. So Jason Tatum is cooking right now. 11 points for Jason Tatum, 3 points for Steph Curry in this final round. Nikola Jokic misses the 3 points. Jason Tatum picks up the rebound. Tatum is dominating this final round for Team Shaq. Ooh, 3-pointer, Jason Tatum missed. Rebound, Victor Wembanyama. Still 14-6. Still 14-6. Curry misses. Wembanyama with a rebound again. So first to reach 40 points, and Victor Wembanyama with a slam dunk down the middle. Okay, Jaylen Brown is going to get his turn for a 3-pointer. Launches, it's shot. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. You know Karl Anthony Towns has been balling, has been dropping, picking up rebounds all season for the New York Knicks. Oh, missed layup, and Jaylen Brown cleans it up with 16-8 in favor of Team Shaq and the OGs. Oh, Victor Wembanyama with a crossover. Oh, Kevin Durant with the defense. Oh, missed layup from Jaylen Brown as well. Oh my goodness, Jokic. Eesh. Kyrie Irving with the dagger 3. Would I call it a dagger 3? 19-8 in favor of Team Shaq. Very sloppy play from the international team. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander makes a 3-pointer. 19-11 currently in favor of Team Shaq. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander giving the... Okay. Oh, that was almost a turnover. Yes, it's a turnover. Poor pass from Steph Curry to Jason Tatum. 1, 2. Victor Wembanyama showing up some impressive skills. Still 1911. Kyrie Irving with the dribble, crossover, and Kyrie Irving showing off those handle skills. So 21-11 is the current score in favor of Team Shaq, or you call it the US Superstar All-Star Team. 23-13, Karl Anthony Towns was an easy layup. Yo-yos a toy. Oh! Steph Curry with almost a half-court three-point make. Oh my goodness. Steph Curry from half-court again. Oh, he missed the second one. Made the first one, missed the second one, 50%. That's a pretty good range. Okay. Jokic with a corner three, missed. Rebounded by Jason Tatum. 26-15. Kyrie Irving throwing the ball on the backboard. Kyrie Irving throwing the ball on the backboard and dunking the ball. 28-17. Wemby with a dunk. 3-on-1. Jason Tatum. 30-17. I went through going to take a timeout. It's 30 points, 17. And 30-19, Karl Anthony Towns with a 2-pointer. So 30 points in favor, 30-19 in favor of Team Shaq. $33-19. Yep, this is a complete beatdown by Team Shaq on the international. The international team just looks sluggish and disinterested and not making shots. They don't even look like they're trying to make the shots. Ooh! Nice pass from Donovan Mitchell to Nikola Jokic. Might not count for much. 33-21. Aren't we gonna get the timeout before the 40-point mark? Oh! Oh! Is that not a travel? Kyrie Irving with some dazzle. Stephen Curry. It's 33-21, and Steph Curry makes a deep three. It's 36-21. Oh! Steph Curry coming out big. Three-pointers. Spectacular fun three-pointers. He has 12 points in this second part. So between him and Jason Tatum, who's going to take over this MVP for what I expect to be a win for the team Shaq. Trae Young misses the shorts. Karl Anthony Towns, 39-23. Come on, let's end this. So it's Curry is going to get the last shot or Jason Tatum. Will Curry or Jason Tatum get the final shot? That's all that matters because this game is absolutely sucks at the moment. Oh, 8-second violation. 8-second violation against Steph Curry. It doesn't matter. It's fine, but. So between Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, who gets does? I just want to get to the 40 points and we're done and we get a final score and got 25 points. Jason Tatum gets the winner, 15 points. Steph Curry, 12 points. So either Jason Tatum or Steph Curry, wherever you give it, but I think Tatum gets the MVP. Great experiment by the NBA. I don't think it worked out. 41-25. So 41-25, that's the final result. So Shaq OGs comprising of NBA, US Olympic superstars, mainly getting themselves. Yep, got Steph Curry, James Harden, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Damian Lillard, LeBron Anthony Davis didn't play, but part of that All-Star group as well. And kind of they come out victorious. So Team Shaq 41, Team Chalk 25. That will be the end of the live stream. Either Jason Tatum, Steph Curry gets the MVP. Yeah, one of those two players probably is going to get the MVP. So we're coming to the end of the live stream. It's been fun. It's been exciting. It's been a great experiment for the NBA. Did it work out? I don't think it made much of a difference, in my opinion. Did it move the needle at all in terms of finding anything interesting here? A lot of work still needs to be put into the All-Star game. It's interesting to see if this worked out. If I'm the NBA, we get back to the drawing board, figure out something. Figure out something interesting to, I would say, yeah, they gotta figure out something. Yeah, figure out something, I guess, as well. But that will be the end of it. Gonna be ending the live stream on. We're gonna start. If you join, thank you so much. Don't forget to check out the channel on YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe on YouTube as well. That absolutely helps as well. My name is CT Dice, and that's the NBA All-Star game won by Team Shaq against Team Chalk. I don't know what happens in international. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the international team for real.